weekend, what's a weekend?
Right.
Probably have more engagement.
Yes.
That's why you're pillars of the community on this commission.
I like that.
Okay, so your Zoom is live.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me, Erin?
Welcome to another session of the meeting. We are back. Can you hear me, Erin? Yep, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Welcome to approval of the March minutes.
I move that we approve the March minutes as previously sent out.
Second? Second, all right. Approved. Are we, okay, public, do we have any, we want to wait for the public comment until maybe folks gather on? I see it's on here like first.
I moved it because last time I was like, we probably don't want to wait. So
Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Do you have anybody in the public?
No one reached out to them.
Okay, maybe we can check back to this. All right, so just know we're skipping over the presentation, because Kate's not here. So we're gonna move on to old business for the 2024 Human Rights Reception. Do we know if we got any?
So Bailey, thank you everyone for filling out the survey of the dates. The best date was Thursday, June 13th, that had 9 of 11 people were available to attend. And the next best was Tuesday, the 11th, with I think 7 out of 11. I think the 11th, there's 9 on the commission and myself, and then I think we looked at the mayor's availability.
Sure, what was the,
She has some travel on her calendar, but she's gonna try to make it, so.
okay, for the 13th one?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because she definitely started.
Yep.
Make sure that gets up.
Yep.
All right, so the 13th.
I was in contact with Dora Phillips, the owner of the Hollow, where we hosted last year. They did confirm availability for that date if we so choose to.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Great.
So I talked to her about 45 minutes ago, so.
And, the chamber said that date is good for us as well.
Oh, okay, so then we should.
I was gonna recommend, if the commission would like, maybe if a smaller group is interested in planning it, we just get together in another session to sort of really hammer out the
Yeah.
details and exactly who's doing what needs to get prepared. And we can have our staff support. I already spoke to our director of cultural affairs. They can have someone on the team help us a little bit, but I wanna give them plenty of notice.
Yeah, like, we're gonna blink and June will be here.
Yeah.
Too, so, I guess, would it make sense to have, shoot you an email?
Yeah, or if you tell me now, I don't wanna put people on the spot, but if you know you're interested in planning this, tell me now or after the meeting.
And I'm sure Kate would like to.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
definitely.
So the date, though, we still haven't settled on, right?
I mean, the best date was June 13th, so would everyone wanna?
Yeah.
That's okay with me.
So, and then who would like to be on the committee, just for the awards ceremony? Would I know we had Kate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the three of us and anybody else wants to.
I'll reach out to Kate and see if she wants to do it, and then we can, reach out and try to put some on the calendar in a couple of weeks, just to figure out all the moving pieces and who's
Sure.
gonna do it. I think Bailey, also in your printed packets here, she put a
Yeah.
table, has the emails of the nominations that have come in so far.
Oh, good.
We also left some flyers, if there you have places you wanna hang them up, any community sites, you can bring them with you. We can also extend that if we need to, but this is what we've had to date.
Where is that?
Like, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff. It looks like,
So while we're on this on meeting dates and, you know, that order, have we settled for a May meeting? Because I thought we were trying to move that.
yes, May is confirmed for Monday, May 20th.
Okay, I may have seen that, but,
And we did provide, we put that out to the public, so that's on the site.
oh, yeah, actually, I do have it on my calendar.
So, I mean, I think the events committee could kind of look through the nominations, and we could do the off, kind of executive voting session if you want to during the May meeting.
Perfect.
But I don't know, if we might want to see if, when the committee, smaller group gets together, if we want to hold it, put it out a little bit longer.
What was the deadline again?
The end of the month, we still have more time.
Yeah,
And commission members can also submit
yes, definitely.
theirs as well.
I'm just looking for the table.
I think there were,
No?
Okay. Yes, that's that.
So the, those who signed up are, or volunteered themselves to be, reach out for, time to meet, go over the logistics of, the award ceremony. Good. Does anybody know offhand what the deadline is for nominations? What does it say on there?
April 30th.
April 30th? Do we want to extend, well, do we want to extend that?
Well, I don't know, so I know we also put up some nominations I did not submit yet. I don't know if anybody else had people in mind.
Yeah, I had one.
I wanted to wait to see what came in so that I didn't nominate.
if you're comfortable, we can, with a smaller group, who's going to plan the event, we can see what's come in and
Sure,
kind of extend it by 2 weeks if we need to.
sure, that sounds fine. All right, any comments, questions for the award ceremony? All right, informational brochure, I know there were some updates along with that.
Okay, so Bailey, she has done a great job. She couldn't make it tonight, but she gave you 2 versions. The only differences are that blue shaded box with some of the protected groups, just different phrasing. If there's one you like,
I like this one with the box. The, right, the green, the color,
yes.
the font,
Oh,
the
the
color is
primary,
different
yeah.
and it's in a box. That's,
Okay.
I think it stands out more.
Sure.
That's the only difference, right, is the color?
The color and then will it also
And
be
the
in a box? Is that?
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think she changed the spacing on that, and then I think, I don't remember the differences off the top of my head.
So, yeah, the spacing is a little bit different, but all the text is the same, right?
I like it, I like the one with the box, folks feel.
The last bullet looks like it's a little smaller though,
I
right?
think she had condensed some of the text so that we could just have a cleaner.
It is, yeah.
The other one, because when she added in that blue box to the right of it, adding in all the protected classes, just was a lot of text, so she
Yes.
had to make some edits to shorten it, so it was more readable.
The only thing, the box, the line here, needs a little bit of the E on the
I think you
actual-
drew that box, those boxes
Is
are
that
drawn
fine?
on because that's not the same,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
it's not the same as mine, I think that's,
I think she just wanted to draw our attention to the change.
Individual?
yeah.
the pen.
Oh, you see that?
Yeah.
But we can put a box around it in a
Yeah.
more official way.
Yeah, she just did that, so you can see the difference of the.
I like the box.
Yeah, highlight where she
I
changed.
thought the design was
It actually,
totally
like,
wide.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
So we can do a real box with
Sure.
setting, and then
yeah, that's fine.
we could do a small run, and then if you see what kind of questions you're getting, if you're out at events, always adjust.
Sure. Yeah, so everybody's liking the box.
The one other thing was that little technical thing I brought up, which is on in the
Yeah, the
blue
bit,
box,
that's what I was just looking at.
where it's hard to see, but I think what I just questioned, because the sentence as originally presented, that wasn't clear. It says, this is regarding the complaint form, and it's supposed to include the names, titles, contact information for all persons alleged to have, and right now it says to have discriminated against. And I had inserted, should read, have been discriminated against. Yeah, but that was in there as kind of like, right now, it's just, that little green thing, as a
Yeah, I think that's what she was showing us is what she's adding.
Yeah, she'll change it,
Yeah,
she can
yeah.
change it back to the white font, I think she just wanted to.
Still-
Sure,
So
highlight.
highlighting that the change.
insert the bin, okay.
So go for it.
Go, yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
We'll do.
All right, I like this, going forward. No, great job with the brochure. Good. Bylaws. Commission on Human Rights bylaw.
So, just give a brief update. So, I've incorporated the edits that, Councilman Collins provided. It should be, just a copy as well, and one draft.
Yep.
So that's the current, set of bylaws that we have. If you want to change or further, further edits, please let me know. But I just did incorporate that were suggested from the last meeting, so we're up to date currently on that.
Okay.
That's my opinion for that.
All right. Any comments, concerns on the bylaw?
So, I just want to read through them again, but we couldn't move on with these tonight anyway, so it would be targeted, try to have this done at the next meeting, or?
Say it one more time?
I just wanted to go through it again, but we couldn't move on this tonight anyway.
Sure.
Because of timing.
So bring it to the next meeting.
Yeah, as usual, I'm open to
Yeah.
do the edits, whenever you guys see it, so by the next meeting, if you're ready to vote on it, then we can have that in the agenda, but otherwise, I'm available to continue to add it to the active document.
Mhm.
Is there a way that we can get a list, or at least I can get a list of what the edits were, because I don't wanna,
Yeah.
I was in the last meeting, I don't wanna
I will
propose
see,
anything.
please save the comparison, so I'll see
Okay.
which versions are saved, and then I can add them in later, and put them in the one draft.
OneDrive for the computer. We have this folder that we made. We give Everett access to everybody, and we'll have Bailey email it out with the meeting minutes.
Oh, great.
But it's sort of some of the stuff that's been coming through the meeting. So the bylaws, term dates, I think, the new ones I see in here.
The one from last month,
Permit maybe, oh, no,
I know,
that's a
here's
different thing.
I had one in here. We'll make sure everything,
Yeah.
oh, April 9th, that was.
See if I can, rename this so that we can use,
Yeah, we can, this is the most recent, old versions. These are the current ones that we are working under.
Good. Any other comments, questions for the bylaw? All right, moving forward. Proposed legislation amending end dates for the terms of the commissioners.
yeah, so I also worked on this as well. I had drafted, draft local law, which should be in the packet, but also, submitted, it should be in the front of Dr. Jones. I understand for guidance that it would have to be a local law that would have to be passed in order to get this, so, I drafted it. I'm
say thank you, right, he also
Yeah.
tracked down everybody's term information,
Yeah.
which is hard to find, some of it surprisingly, so we will be keeping it up to date.
So I literally got the folder where all the information on the commission is, and I literally went through every document in the folder, so, that's technically the full record, but I will continue to dig if there's anything, any loose, oaths of office or anything, I'm sure you might just will continue to look, so. But I go through that, and that's updated information every now, after going through the whole folder.
If we are missing any oaths of office or anything like that, we can reach out to individual commissioners and make sure that gets done. We'll work with our city clerk.
Right.
So I have a couple of things, and they're more technical drafting stuff that, you know, I've done this a long time, but.
And this is how I.
Yeah, okay, all right. So, the local law, I mean, it works, the resolution, I don't know if that was gonna be another.
So I would say that disregard because
So the-
I initially drafted the resolution thinking that was
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
But now that, that you recommend that it be by local law, I
Right.
would recommend that disregard.
Yeah, but you do need something that provides for us to bring the current members up to December 31. So actually, I can just offline bring some language, but like, I think the last sentence in the resolution, you can put in the local law, separate section. So it's more,
From the resolution.
yeah, just part, yeah, but you incorporate that. I'll send you something, but it's all technical stuff.
Yeah.
If everybody's on board with this, then, you know, the rest of it's all
Any
technical.
direction,
Yeah.
you guys,
You don't mind that? Discuss this further? All right.
And one, I mean, on the expiration dates, there's one difference I had with what you had, and that was actually for Tom. When I went through back the minutes to try to find, at least for the council appointees, so you have his expiration at August 2024. I think it's actually 2025.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
And I sent that listing,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think you guys are correct, because I looked through it again today, and I think, thank you for actually
Okay.
mentioning that, because you're actually correct.
Yeah. All right. So technically, the council never made an appointment.
Right, because I
But
filled the
you're sort of
vacancy.
like, right, you filled the vacancy, but you were never, that vacancy expired, and then you
Right.
weren't appointed for a full term. So
Right.
de facto, because you continue to serve and someone appoints, you continue to serve.
Okay.
So basically, all these expirations, then we would bring to December 31st of whatever.
Of
that year?
November on that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
So these August dates would be actually,
December 31st.
Yeah, if the local law passes.
Passes, yeah.
That means we get to keep you longer, Aaron.
Couple months.
And they also should stagger, so like there's three members come up every year, so it's,
Right.
and that's the other thing you need to look at when we get back to all of this stuff.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll all work.
right, good. Last questions or comments for Dr. Willis?
No, I would just like, Rossi, I appreciate all your work on this, because I know what a monster it is to track down the information and then put everything together.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Lacey. New business, any new business?
We talked about like I see you have a sign-up sheet here for Tulip Fest.
Question?
Yeah, I brought that, I don't know, we could talk about it now,
Sure.
or when,
If you wanted to.
or during the committees, whatever you'd like. Just because that's coming up, so we brought the sign-up sheet.
Sure, well, I think so I know we said that we would possibly have a table there at Tulip Fest. And I guess, if we want to leave it to the event planning committee, talk about, to decide who would like to table and, working with city about what materials we'll have. I know, did we find a tablecloth?
Yeah, so Bailey's ordering a tablecloth similar, to the MLK banners, something simple that you can use at a lot of different
Yeah.
events. We'll have your cards if people
Yeah.
stop by. We'll have the brochures printed. If we can think of anything else, if there's any other handouts we want to do.
Yeah, that's what and I see we have some of these out on the table out there also. Was that Fair Housing Forum?
Oh, yeah, we can get some of those.
We have, some of this stuff is good, it's from the Attorney General's office, it's just, tenants, rent guide and rights guide, that type of stuff. Things like that are available,
So why don't we reach out to our neighborhood services group?
and I was thinking also, because that was another issue I'd raised, and it seemed, I didn't understand the relationship between what we might do as far as housing discrimination or taking them in, and what's being set up over in that department as far as intake and their resolution. So I was didn't know how everything meshed, but
Yep, we can get, we'll work with our Department of Neighborhood and Community Services to get some of their resources so your table has both your mission and other related things, and you can decide which ones to put out.
yep.
And then,
Our complaint form also possibly.
yes, absolutely.
What was that, what?
Our complaint
Oh,
form.
complaint form.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah, that would be,
and we can also do like a QR code that brings you a complaint form or do something like that. But we did bring a sign-up sheet, you can sign up today, or we can circulate it digitally, but, if people want to sign up for shifts, I don't know how you want to work that, but I
yeah,
figured to start looking at your calendars.
yes.
City, we can handle like the load in and load out of the table and kind of setting up the booth, but we would want commissioners to staff it.
Yeah, and I think also be good to have like a due date of like who would like to sign up and have that sign up by, so we're not scrambling at the last minute. What date is this to affect?
The 11th and 12th.
The 11th and 12th.
Saturday and Sunday.
11th and 12th, so, I think it'd be good, whoever's on the event committee, who's, to plan a time to meet offline or, decide what we're gonna be doing, who's gonna be taking what shift, possibly by the 11th.
Well, people outside the event committee will also,
Well,
Actually, that would probably be the community and nonprofit engagement, right, and events, is that all one, that's all one, wow.
Yes.
Yep.
sure. I would suggest by May 6th deciding that. And so we can prepare to know who's gonna start and who's gonna finish too. Well,
I mean, if it would be helpful, we can send out a Google Sheet or something interactive that you
Sure.
can fill in.
yeah, I'm not on either of those committees, I don't think, but I will be available on a Saturday.
How long of shifts do you want? Like, we can set up a template. You want 3-hour shifts, 4-hour shifts? You want to set up chunks of time and then people sign up?
Sounds about right.
I mean, I know I'm available on the 11th, so I will be.
So am I.
I am not available on the 12th, I know that,
sure.
so.
Right, I'm available 11th.
I'm available the 11th. I can do.
So the event starts at 11, right? Roughly? And runs until 5, I think.
So, do you
Maybe
know,
6.
shifts too?
We can order some.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 3-hour shifts probably makes sense.
Yeah. So who would like, so what does it say there? What's the hours?
11 to 5.
11 to 5?
I think it's
So
11 to
who would like to take the first shift?
I mean,
I could,
Actually, you gotta get there at 10.
Yeah,
So
so
the first-
the first shift, you have to get there at 10 because you need to do
Right.
setup and tabling, which would be 10, 11, 12,
so
1.
did you,
I can do 10 to 2.
So we can set it up, but if someone comes, a few
Yeah.
minutes early.
Yeah, sure, feel free to come.
so
So you can-
you wouldn't need some, when they,
10 to 2?
us there until 11 then?
Yeah, or right before 11.
Right. So Tom just said he can do 10 to 2.
Yeah, I can.
Right.
I'll do 12 to 3.
And I can do something on Saturday, whatever.
So Tom is 10 to 2, sorry. You said 12 to 3?
Mm-hmm.
I can do, if you're doing that, I can do the next shift.
Like 3 to 6.
But we have multiple people at the same.
Yeah, you can do
Yeah.
that too, I mean,
I'll
I mean,
join,
it's
I'll
totally
join
more
Tom.
fun
I'll
if you
join
have
him.
a friend.
Yeah, I'll join Tom at that start time.
Well, we'll start making a sheet, and then we'll circulate it, and if anyone else wants to join in, or pick up another shift, or
Yeah.
have an adjustment.
Can we get some swag by that time? You think?
Try, I do think,
I mean, if we, yeah, we can.
I mean, we have some generic city stuff we can give you to hand out.
Yeah.
Like pens and,
Yeah,
that's
that's fine. I just think, but I definitely think it'd be good to have.
I know what you mean,
t-shirts.
I can-
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try to get t-shirts. I think what I can ask Bailey to do is when we send out the sign-in sheet, maybe we can send out, or people can tell me at the end of the meeting what size.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do a few extras, but,
Yeah.
There'll be other city tables there as well. Is there like anything that might all be together, or?
so I think they're gonna put you, there's sort of like a partners area, so I think this table's going over there, kind of with like other different nonprofit and community groups, is my understanding.
Sure. So by the end of the meeting, before you all leave, those who signed up for a shift, make sure we, let folks know our shirt sizes, so we can all disperse.
I'll let you know, 'cause I might have to do Sunday versus Saturday.
That might work well, because nobody signed up for something yet.
All right, any more new business?
Just, I mean, going back to the Department of Neighborhood.
I think, hold on, Richard.
No.
If we can maybe a future meeting, have them come in also and just talk about what they're doing as far as, again, their fair housing stuff.
So you want their housing
I mean,
hit and some of the housing?
just to understand, again, my question, I sent some stuff out. I sent the presentation that, I forget her name, that she did at.
Ashley, Helena?
Yeah, she did at the, Housing for All Coalition meeting, in her PowerPoint, and they're setting up a process there to take in housing complaints and discrimination complaints that they then work on resolving something, and I'm just trying to understand
Okay.
the nexus between what they do and what we might do.
I mean, my understanding, and I think it would be good to bring them in as well, is they're kind of the one-stop shop. So they don't want to turn anyone away, whether it's, I can't afford my rent, I'm being evicted, I have bad housing conditions, I have housing discrimination happening. So I think they have a process probably for handling different things that come in. So maybe if you want to, talk with them about, how you want their housing discrimination process to run or any input, but I think they probably developed something because they don't want to
Right.
say no if someone's at their door. But we could bring them in, to share what that department's doing, and you can ask questions. Let me talk to the commissioner and see what dates would work for them and
Okay.
run it by the
Sounds good. No, thank you, Richard. I think that'd be good. Oh, hello. Hey. Hello. All right, any further new business we'd like to discuss? Events? Also, just a reminder, if folks, even outside of here, throughout their job or their own, or other organizations that they work with or partner with and connect with, have events too that are going on, please feel free to share, or even not even here, but just shoot me email out to folks and see, just to be there in solidarity and support, or need and help volunteers and set up to. Don't be afraid to let folks know too. And also, again, just remember, try to, we get some pictures in too, of us together, like we like each other. But good, just for folks to see us all in camaraderie and solidarity. All right, moving on to, updates for subcommittee. Our first subcommittee, community and nonprofit engagement and events. From that subcommittee, do we have any updates?
When did we meet? Because I'm on 2 subcommittees, and I didn't see any meetings.
Well, I think if you haven't met, then that's saying that you haven't had any updates.
So I think what I've observed is one of the gaps could be that there's not committee chairs, so no one.
That's, okay, so I was gonna ask, I was like, did they appoint me? I don't think.
I thought we did.
I remember we asked.
Let me
but
see.
then-
Let me pull the list up. I have
That's it.
our committee folder, this might be changing, but I even thought of who could help staff them. I don't think we can. This was sort of decided over a couple of meetings early in the new year.
Mhm.
Community engagement. And myself, Valerie, Richard, Julia, Kimberly, investigations.
Did we ever figure out the investigation question on whether we need a training or what?
We discussed it, and I think we came
Yeah.
to the conclusion that we definitely need to be trained.
Yeah.
I think Bryce and I have to do some work on, like, I'm not sure where this training comes from. We need to reach out to the state and talk to them, because I'm not, it's not something, like, we could probably, Melanie has the expertise to train, or to support investigations as they unfold, but I think we need to also seek out, like, where is there a resource to help us do this? Because we mostly handle ourselves in our office, like the internal EEO investigations, but not really the public side.
So I guess we'll wait to hear.
We can look and try to, we'll come up with some ideas and
Sure.
see what we can.
So we'll hear back from you, right, about what next steps are for investigation. Does that list look right to folks that are listed there?
Yes.
Okay, so does anybody that are on those committees like to nominate themselves to be? I think this is what happened last week, this, the same thing.
Well, Aaron, you're the head of each one of them, so.
I see that. I did.
Yes, yes, you are.
So that's, I'll ask again. No, I think that's how I got the chair too. Does anybody that would be interested in being the chair of one of those subcommittees?
Cecilia's not here, so I'm gonna nominate her.
Okay. Anybody else feeling it in their spirit?
Now, in terms of coordinating, as far as meetings with the chair then, after, or how would that interact, how would that
I mean,
staff?
I think, listen, we can work with, if each committee could designate a leader,
Yeah.
even if it changes. I need really the commission to drive for us what you want to do on these committees.
Right.
My staff can help figure out a date that works for everyone's calendar, find you a meeting room, help take the
Right.
minutes, follow up on odds and ends, but I think I'll need some leadership from the commission on, like, what do they want to do with it?
Yeah.
What do they want on their agenda? What do we want to prepare? So, you know, we don't want to step out of our lane and really
Sure.
look at this commissioner driven, but we will support you with administrative help.
Do these meetings have to be public?
No, these are not under public.
And they can be
No, we can do it
in
Zoom.
You
person.
could do Zoom, it could be ad hoc, it could be, you know, you could do a schedule, you could do, let's just meet when we have something coming up.
See, right?
I could do the communication, social media. No one else wants that?
Sure.
Someone else wants it, that's fine too.
Richard, I think you got it.
I just don't wanna overcommit.
Well, I guess we're gonna hold off on investigation.
I will say we have not had any investigations come in through our office or through the email or phone calls for the commission. We will work on looking at training resources for you, but there hasn't been anything active.
The calls that we have gotten have not been in Albany.
I'll share.
Co-chairs.
I will defer.
No. Do investigation.
Okay, I'll share.
All right.
And you know what, we can meet with, we can talk to you once we get some information on possible trainings, we can kind of do with that.
Oh, we should co-chair that.
Okay, we can
We'll
co-chair.
co-chair. We'll co-chair. Thank you, Commissioner.
I'll share, community and not-for-profit.
Yeah, and I'll co-chair that with you. How about that?
But then a co-chair, except for,
Because you volunteered first.
Richard, I could co-chair too, the only thing is I'm not good with social media, so, but I'll co-chair with you. I can
Okay,
co-chair.
Aaron and Tom were this one?
Yes.
So I think from our side, I would just look to the chairs. Listen, we have a lot going on. If you could find myself and Bailey when you want to schedule a meeting,
Mhm.
we can get some of the communication out for you. We can work with you, but I can't be chasing every committee down. Like, if
Sure.
you want to meet, find us, and we will help you meet.
We never end up.
Okay.
We don't.
Yes.
Go ahead, no.
okay.
not only will she co-chair, she will like to join the committee and co-chair. We will take that, Commissioner Love, thank you.
And then for all of the members, I think on the website you used to have, contact information like emails. Do we have that contact information or someplace?
So there is.
So we can reach out with the individual members and schedule things?
We can absolutely give you, I mean, here's the thing, so we can set up emails if you want to set an email address, it's another thing to check. If you're comfortable with your personal email on there, we can put it on there. It's sort of, I don't want to make that decision on your behalf, but happy to.
Yeah, I'm just thinking right now in terms of,
Just getting in contact.
get contact.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to, I mean, we're on email, you know what, that's a good idea, we could put a distribution list in our folder here with all of the documents we're keeping in the various
Yeah,
committees.
okay.
We can have a contact info folder for ourselves.
It would just be for us.
And everyone, if
Because
they
we've
want to.
already gone through,
Yeah.
do we want our personal emails on the website?
Right.
And we said no, which is why we got this,
Yeah.
so we changed
But if
that.
you'd like, we can make a little sheet of what we have, and you can edit it if you want to put your cell phone
That'd be
on
great.
there. We
That's
can
fine,
get
okay.
it
Sure.
on there.
Yeah, so we can just, I can reach out to the members of whatever, my committee, and we can coordinate and stuff like that, and other chairs can do that.
So I'm gonna, any last questions or comments for the committees? Now we know who's on the committee, who's chairing those committees, or co-chairing those committees. All right. Moving on to any other announcements and or discussion?
Just in the spirit of we are now co-chairing, I do know that the deadline for the Pride Parade is coming up very soon.
Yeah.
So, at the risk of not meeting with the committee, if that's something that we want to pursue as a commission, we really need to vote on that here tonight.
So this is to have a table there, or?
It would be, I mean, there's options. You can have a table, or we can march in the parade.
Sure, both would be.
Yeah, that's not just, also, the day before is in our own voices event.
Yes, that is also true.
They'll have, that's tabling, and then Sunday is parade and tabling.
Isn't it June, is it June?
It's
It is in
June,
June, but the deadline is,
June 8th and 9th is when the
Yep.
events are.
so Pride itself, like the parade, and, that is on the 9th.
Oh.
And 2 weeks later, we have.
Yes.
The 17th.
We did
So it's a
not.
week later.
A week later. And we're also gonna have our,
Deadline is approaching for that as well.
So,
is that, who's running that now?
oh, why don't
Wait, I'm talking about the one in the city.
Yeah, no, what's his name?
They do the
From
march.
He actually does the march. He's from the Y.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the Capitol District
No.
African American Heritage Parade, okay.
This one is-
I was thinking of the Juneteenth thing
Yeah,
downtown.
downtown.
I was thinking of something else.
So who does the Juneteenth?
Orville,
He does the march too,
it's two separate events. He does the parade.
the parade, right?
Yeah, he does the parade.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, it's right here.
This is on the parade on the 15th, here. Bailey had started this tracker.
The parade is,
I have it on my calendar, I think it's the 15th.
So then
I
Tom,
think it's the week before.
So who does Juneteenth?
it's the 15th,
It was.
I don't know.
They're defunct.
It's Alice, well, now Alice Moore State, now the Alice Moore.
Alice Moore, Black
Center,
Arts.
Black Arts Center.
Black Arts and Cultural Center, excuse me.
Yes, but it's called the,
Alice Moore?
yeah, Black Arts Community Center, maybe,
So Tom, maybe let's just like,
Yep.
or get that committee together.
yep, we'll get on that.
We'll shoot
Send
an
you
email
a
out.
sheet that, it's actually in the folder that was Bailey had started kind of grabbing events.
Sure.
You can fill it out.
yeah, this one comes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we still in announcements?
Other announcements and discussion, yep.
Okay, I apologize for my tardiness. I do need to change my email address. I'm not in, but I did notice here that it says absent last month, but it should say excused because I did contact Chair Moore.
So, thank you for letting us know.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, we can,
But another thing, in terms of awards, I don't know if we were able to submit some of the nominations, but I do have a particular organization that I'd like to submit. the Albany, New York alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I'd like to mention them. They do awesome work in the community. So, I can write up a formal description of why, of all community services, in the organization.
Well, I think you can do it on the.
We have this form.
Right there, yeah.
Okay.
Can you send us your new email address?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Should I just send it to Bailey? Yes. Okay.
Any other, discussion?
Could I call on Commissioner Alexander Mosley? I've seen some flyers coming up about some wonderful stuff that one of the orgs you work with is doing.
Hello, everyone. Yes, we have quite a few things coming up. We have a women's march that is happening on May 25th. It's to support the mothers in the Capital District area that have lost children to violence, gun violence, stabbings, domestic violence, whatever violence it has been. But if they've lost a child to violence, we will be having that march in support of those mothers. So if anyone knows of any mother that has lost a child, there's a flyer out, a save the date. We are now working on the flyer and working with City Hall for permits before the actual flyer comes out. And then our agency will be having a men's march, Men on a Mission, and Pastor Mike is working on that. And that flyer, Save the Day flyer, should be out by the end of next week. That march will be happening in June with men and their sons. We also have Juneteenth on June 19th in Pine Hills. We had it last year. It was very successful. We had over 600 people that attended, so we do plan on having that this year, partnered with SUNY at Albany and the Pine Hills committee up there. So we'll be working on that. And we're working on the West Hill Festival, partnering with Frank Chapman Memorial Institute, Hood's House of Hoops, and a lot of other organizations. So those are the things that we're working on to carry us throughout, that will actually be out in the community. We have summer planting, spring planting coming up for the youth, planting flowers, cleaning up lots. So we'll be working on that as well. So that's what we have going on right now.
Ms. Allen, when you have flyers for this, would you be able to just email them to us?
Yes, we'll do.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a lot of great events to be at, and it sounds like right up our alley to come support and be together to do. So great. Thank you for letting us know that. Any other announcements and discussion?
One last one.
Sure.
I promise you. Okay, so I had mentioned a couple of meetings ago, the University of Albany is, they sponsor a group called the Albany Task Force that focuses on expanding and advancing health equity within the capital region, and they're very interested in collaborative work with the commission. So I know that that probably falls under Aaron and Tom's new subcommittee, but the thing in particular that they want to work with us on is the equity report. There are folks who specialize in data on this committee, folks who have very deeply entrenched records of working with on health concerns within the Albany community on this committee, and I think that they would bring just a diversity of perspectives and input into the work that we're doing. And so I know that we're approaching that time of year where the equity report will be created. I think we said May, so we have time to kind of review it over the summertime. I think it might be helpful if we can just send them a copy of the report, perhaps, when we have it available, and allow them time to mull it over and perhaps give us feedback as well. But I'll leave that up to you all how you want to handle it, but I just want to let you know that there are interested parties in the community who want to help us out on that.
we will have the report by mid-May, so Jess, the next is diligently getting the data from our department, starting to put it into report format. And then the commission's absolutely welcome to kind of use whatever tools or have anyone help them analyze it. Feel free to do with it what you want, and then we're available to kind of make our department schedule them at your meetings down the road if you want to ask more in-depth questions.
Okay, I'll let them know that you're still happy with it.
Sounds great, thank you. Thanks for letting us know. Any other discussions? All right, well, with that being said, I'd like to, motion for.
Oh, yeah, actually, no, this one, where it was, again, I guess an update on, talking about social media, the, access on the Facebook page, is that still an issue and everything else?
Facebook has a mean letter from the city saying, give us our account back, but I don't know how long it takes a billion-dollar company to get there. But I know that Tom is able to.
So you're
able
post, and then we can share.
Yep, so anything you want posted, just shoot me an email.
But you can post, but you don't have like administrator
Yeah,
function.
that's the
Okay.
problem.
So you can't add people on.
So we sent them a letter, and we had to send them information, like proving our identity as an entity. So it's with Facebook's legal team. They don't have timelines on their site for how long it takes them to
Would it, yeah,
give us back our account.
would it make sense just to create a new one?
We already have.
I think you have two.
How do I know, how do I know that I have the right one?
It
Yeah,
has the City of Albany seal.
that's the right one. That's the current one. Where did the other one come from?
This is not the right one.
That is not
No,
correct.
it's not the right
That's a whole other story.
Definitely had IT open up every former employee's emails, tried to reset it from people who used to work here, trying to get into their emails, and it's just, I don't know who owns this account, to be honest with you, it's like the originator.
It's not Brenda? Brenda does
Yeah.
it? Oh, she does? Then we can't contact Brenda?
I didn't know, no, it wasn't my city staff who had the account, so
Yeah.
if it is Brenda, that's helpful, if someone wants to reach out to her.
But city staff somebody in the city had admin rights, or they would not have been able to add myself and Aaron.
I assume so, I know, and we're trying.
You gotta find your IT.
Give me another name, I mean, I tried Talani, Jasmine,
Jasmine doesn't
Kang, didn't have it, so I don't know who would have had it before.
It happened during as Jasmine was overseeing the commission, but
I definitely involved the mayor's office in it, and they did not know. We could try again,
Because that's really, in terms of social media committee, I mean, that's our key social media outlet, right?
I hear you, I had sent Facebook a mean letter, I don't
No,
know.
I'm just saying.
I asked IT, they didn't know, we pulled up other people's email accounts, reactivated them, went through to see if we could get it reset.
Yep.
And so he's looking to,
awesome.
I'm sharing this now. I didn't even,
But yes, it's very
but
frustrating.
I'm gonna shoot a nomination that.
But in the meantime, if you have something that you want posted, feel free to send it. I try to share a bunch off of the city.
Is it possible for Richard and I to schedule a meeting with you and probably troubleshoot where we can go from here so that it's not eating up so much time during the meetings?
I will welcome any engagement, yes.
We should probably get it from Tom, probably should get that access from you.
No, I don't think he can give access.
You can't give it to us.
Nobody can give access. So I only have access because the city gave me access back when.
You can't share that.
It has to be done by the administrator on the account.
So sometimes you can give another person, the administrator can give another person limited access, so apparently
Right.
the town got limited access just to post, but he's not an administrator, so he
only
can't
thing-
add.
We can't
Post.
even get the password from you so that we can post it.
No.
That's weird, because I'm the one who's being muted.
What if you try to reset the password? Oh, you can't even get in to do that?
The only thing I can do is post.
Yeah.
I can't see it.
That's how Meta works, like, everything runs through Meta Business now, because I'm the administrator on other accounts, but I'm full administrator, so
Yeah.
I could add anybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you're not.
You can't add anybody, but you have a password to log in, correct? In Facebook?
I think
To
you
my
use
personal account.
yes, that's the way it works.
Right, my personal account has been added as an administrator, and I believe Aaron's has
We
also.
gotta figure that out.
Yes.
So we did send them a letter through our law department with backup proving our organizational rights to the page, and it's now in Facebook's courts. So,
That's all we
I
can
don't know what else
right-
to
yeah.
do, I really don't, 'cause
So-
I don't know who the administrator is. I worked
Right.
probably multiple hours with my IT team trying to figure this out.
I'm sure.
And I do not know, so if anyone knows, I would love, I'll explore something else.
Contact Talani and try to contact Brenda and see if they can assist in any way.
So I,
You already contacted Talani though, you said,
It's
right?
not under her, it was not under her city account.
it's not, so,
I have access to her city email, I had IT look to see if she had rights through her city email. It was not associated with her City of Albany email account.
So you think it might go back to when Brenda was chair and she,
I'll reach out to Brenda and ask.
If she had that,
Yes.
definitely we would
But
love
it's
to.
big,
huh? Yeah, I know Brenda, I mean, but is she, I mean, if you wanna reach
Sure,
out.
I'll ask.
Okay. I mean, she may not, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, we'll wait, we'll see, so we'll see if we get it from Brenda. If not, then we'll wait
All right.
until we hear from.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, right. All right, moving on. Any other further discussion?
If you don't have Facebook, then do you have an Instagram account?
yes.
Yes, we
Yes, we do have Instagram. No,
What
we
about
haven't.
Twitter
I don't.
or X?
Excellent.
I don't think we have X, we have.
We have full access to the Instagram.
Yes, yeah.
Start doing that, we're gonna work on it. At least we have something to get started with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know we had Instagram. I think it was just the place where I was wonky.
And that way we can cross move into just like do that and we're not sitting.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. All right, any other further discussion? All right, I motion for adjournment.
Second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Technically, Aaron, as a chair, you cannot make a motion.
So.
Okay, go ahead, Tom.
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All right. We're done.
You have to vote, everybody say aye.
Aye.
Aye.